My name is Risper Oteke, and I am a PhD candidate at the University of Dar es Salaam. My thesis is around looking at the sustainability of the peri-urban mangrove-dependent livelihoods from a gender perspective. Coming into the course and getting engaged with the content within, it was more of kind of an eye-opener. Again, meeting the communities in the urban context and talking about their connectivity with nature. For me, I thought it was a learning and an exposure to take back to the community. The community says that we don't want to be, we are not looking for our own space, but you want to live in harmony with the nature. And that, for me, is the big issue or the context specific to Cape Town because of the colonial history. But it drums some sense in other coastal areas where you find that there are some injustices in regard to, the community fighting for where the government wants it to be conserved, but not realizing that the missing link is just let the community be with what they've always been having through ages and through the years. Bring the human element into conservation, because if you take away the human element, then there is no conservation. Who are you conserving for, and why are you excluding? And if you exclude, then there is injustice, I think, and for me, I think that was a great learning point. Through the course, the convivial conservation course, I tend to think that we should be shifting away from donor dependency projects that when the donor funds end, then that is the end of conservation. There is a new and emerging concept that indigenous knowledge systems should be promoted, and that doesn't require money, because we keep learning every other time. We are not pumping knowledge to the community, but hey, there's a time that you feel just you should sit back and let the community tell us how it is and how it was. And learning from that perspective, I think we can get our point, or maybe an area where we can merge together the community and say, hey, can you take the lead and let us see how it will be. If given chance, I think they can also be stewards like they've been before. My take in conservation is that women should be given the central role. Be it in the management, be it in action, or be it in decision making. We have a huge responsibility to consider women. And the moment we exclude them from such spheres, then I tend to think it is injustice to them. The reason why I say so is, one, is because the interaction of women with their ecosystem is more intense than any other gender. It doesn't make sense when you take them away, because they know their environment better than any other. And so my view and my take doing this convivial course is that giving attention to women and excluding them as part of injustice is just one way of telling the world that, hey, put the woman in the center of conservation, and that will be a justice to the environment too.